It's a beautiful afternoon, and I warmly welcome you to the studios of Poly TV, Laro. It's time once again for newspaper review and analysis. My guest is here seated, the Deputy Registrar, Protocols and Public Relations at the API here, Mr. Shola Abiala. You're welcome.
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon.
Sir.
I know you are very busy.
Thank God.
Thank God for finding time to be here.
I thank God for being busy.
Let's begin on political notes. And I want to take us straight to the front page of a Punch newspaper. Punch says, court fallout. PDP governors, Wike camp, move to open reconciliation talks. PDP governors, Wike camp, move to open reconciliation talks. Mr. Biala, there was a court verdict about 48 hours ago which nullified the Ibadan Convention of PDP, and the status quo is now returned to what it used to be. The Turaki faction and, of course, Wike camp, they want to begin talk about what is going to happen in 2027. Isn't it too late?
Well, maybe we should start from it's better to be late
than never.
Never. There are certain things that if you must do it, no matter when, you just have to do it. Because we don't know. Anything can still happen because they've been together before. It's only circumstances and situations that attempt to separate them. Because they already have some understandings. So it may not take time, but it has affected that party. It has affected it. When others are planning for electioneering campaign and some other, they are just trying to reconcile. It's a good one because except if another faction does not go to court again, no. Because the one that was nullified by the Ibadan, whatever, the court that nullifies the Ibadan Convention, if they should go to court, anything that is in court is a no-go area. So they will have to start all over. But be that as it may, I think it's a welcome idea. I only doubt its completion before the real campaign starts.
Still on that topic, the Tribune, another version of the report, which Tribune reports, says appeal court ruling PDP factions hold tight to party. What that story was saying was that the Turaki version, which got validated few weeks ago before the appeal court, says they will not leave the party secretariat, whereas the appeal court has nullified them.
See, that's the problem we have in Nigeria. Refusal to obey court injunctions. The problem is that the rule of law appears not applicable to we Nigerians. Who dares go against court ruling? No, because they know the court. The court knows them. And who are those people in court? They will tell you that she been a court with a go. We go meet there, because they know that in Nigeria the hard real justice is hard to come by. It's hard to come by. So of course, so many rulings that people have ignored. They've disobeyed with impunity itself.
It is just unfortunate that the party, as it were, is experiencing this kind of crisis. What the Nation's newspaper is saying in its front page, it says, court verdict, PDP factions maintain different positions. And I read here that the Makinde group is hoping to moving towards the Supreme Court.
Okay.
Still, they want to challenge the outcome of the appeal court at the Supreme Court. What time does the party have to be prosecuting this kind of litigation? We are asked
at this crucial time. At this crucial time.
And the Electoral Act says there are certain regulations, there are certain guidelines they must meet before
Yes.
being qualified to run for 2027. Part of which is that each party must submit a e-register.
Yes.
E-register, and other political parties are already conducting their congresses and whatever, and they're still on litigations here and there.
Like you said when we started this, said that I wish sure that they will be able to put their house in order before the something. I will put it in another way that I don't think the party is ready to contest that election, to take part, to participate in that thing. Because if they are ready, the nomination starts from the ward. Before you do the ward level, the local government level, the state level, and so on and so forth. Where is the time? Where is the time? Except if they've already have in place their consensus candidates for all positions, which is not possible. Which is not possible. They must conduct primaries, they must do this, they must do that, and then they even there is a time frame for submission of candidates. And they are still, from my own point of view, there's no party.
God help us.
Amen.
The Guardian newspaper is our next port of call. The headline, front page report of The Guardian says, APC's 31 of 36 states, narrow options, multi-party contest in 2027. APC's 31 out of 36 states, narrow options, multiple party contest in 2027.
31
as at now, we have 31 governors in APC.
In APC.
Out of 36 states we have in Nigeria. Exactly, what is the option now? Because at the end of the day, all these governors, all the members across the country will adopt Mr. President to run for second term.
It may not even be all.
As
it is now, 31 out of 36, that is multi-majority. Not just majority, multi-majority. And the headline is a bit lenient with them. I want to exchange narrow to cancel. Cancel options. It is not narrowing again. There is nothing the remaining 5 states could do.
And when we talk about political parties, we can as well say, as at now, we only know of APC. We know of ADC. And we know of Labour Party.
Labour Party.
So, does that mean we still have a multi-party?
Even if the remaining 6, if the remaining 5 belongs to just one, it's still nothing. It's still nothing. It boils down to nothing. Well, Mr. President is doing his job very, very well. To tame a roaring lion, just attempt to remove all the teeth. If that is done, that is what Mr. President is doing. He will remove all the teeth of all these people and then they become toothless. So they can't bite again. They will only be shouting.
Yeah, we move on to another national story out of politics. Tribune is our next port of call. And the headline in the Tribune front page says, kidnapping, protest in Ondo, Oyo. Report says youth numbering thousands. They blocked the Oyo-Ibadan road, or even up to Ondo, because of the frequent kidnapping cases that is happening around that place. Somebody believed that these rising cases of kidnappings were politically motivated because we are approaching 2027. Yeah. Did you subscribe to that? To that thought?
I don't really think so. But a fact or a proverb is attempting or trying to support that notion. Egun atiro wọlé, èèyàn atiro jáde. Ta ni ó mọ̀ pé ẹni tó wà lábẹ́ ẹ̀kú ló tiro jáde yẹn. Even before now, negativities happen towards elections. You know, even it's just like when we want to change currency. You know, when the time for currency changes, a lot of kidnappings, a lot of ritual killings, a lot of so many other things. It's like it may be, but the fact remains that kidnapping has become a business in Nigeria. I'm only afraid to put legal business because somebody will kidnap someone, and they will tell you a ransom. You will pay ransom to who? How did you get the information? How did you get the message? How did you get the money across to them? And yet we say we don't know who they are. So I see it as a legal business that maybe they even registered. After all, the reason why they said we should do NIN, do everything, and link our numbers to all these things is for the fact that if you use a number, they will be able to trace you. What is happening to all those things? So the protests in Ondo State, they are feeling that anytime that the election, though there has been this kidnapping, but it is likely to increase because politicians can use anything to fight themselves.
Well, still on the rising insecurity in Nigeria, I want to use a line from your recently last submission to go into this report. The front page of a Guardian newspaper, there's a minor report credited to Gumi, Sheikh Gumi, saying federal government knows name, locations of every terrorist, Gumi alleges. He's been talking the last 24 hours about the insecurity in Nigeria, and Gumi said federal government knows the locations and names of all the terrorists and bandits that are terrorizing Nigeria so far.
Yes,
you just mentioned now that we registered NIN, we submitted about that
yes.
Because government said it will ease to check crimes.
To track all these criminals.
It's like this bandit and terrorists we are talking about, are they using the same phone that we were using?
When the terrorist, or when the terror is within a community, as even part of the leadership of the community, what do you expect? Ìjàmbá ṣe kíní kan olórí ọlọ́ṣà Odonṣogboro, head of the thief, is the one that they recruited or employed as the ninth something. So what are we talking about? It is a known fact. It's an obvious fact that we are just deceiving ourselves that we don't know who they are. Those who know them know them. They know them. That is, except if we are deceiving ourselves with all this data capturing we are doing. Except if we are just collecting our money for fun. Okay.
I just pray that someday somebody will be bold enough to do the needful in the interest of the nation. Still on the front page of the Guardian newspaper, there is this story. Federal government rolls out CNG kits as petrol, diesel spending nears 3 trillion naira in March. Federal government rolls out CNG kits. In fact, another report says 100,000 kits for CNG conversion into whatever. So my question is, why are we so reactionary in this country? Because the petrol, diesel, cooking gas and everything is skyrocketing because of the crisis in the Gulf region.
Yes.
Now, the next thing is government is reeling out some kits, at least to convert vehicles and some other things into CNG. We are so reactionary. I think before now we should be preventive in whatever we want to do in case anything happens. But when anything happens, that is when we want to quickly roll out temporary solutions.
When someone is in pain, that is when he remembers the doctor. The moment the pain begins to ease, he forgets. You know what the Yoruba says, it is when we have problem in this country that we begin to run helter-skelter. There is no, we don't have foresight to do what is right. Preventive. It's only curative we'll be running after. This has happened, then how do we go about it? Can't we prevent that thing from happening? We've all been told, even when we are kids, that prevention is better than cure. But now, it is always this cure that we run after. And it is not the permanent cure, temporary solution to a permanent problem. Will it work? When you keep doing the wrong thing, you keep using wrong approach to solve a problem, you may solve that problem temporarily because the thing will still come back. In this country too much.
And that is why we will need to address the main report that encourages this rising inflation and cost of diesel and petrol. The front page of a Tribune newspaper says there's a minor story on the masthead. Middle East crisis may trigger inflation, capital outflow. That's the federal government saying it. Middle East crisis may trigger inflation, capital. Already there's inflation.
Of course.
It is not may trigger, it's already triggering. Yes. There's inflation here. And the question I keep asking, what should the federal government be doing now? Already money will come into the purse of the government.
Yes.
The crude that is being sold now is valued more than what was predicated on the budget. Yes. So money is coming to the purse of the government. What should government be doing, at least to ameliorate the impact on citizenry?
It's only promise that they do. Promise. It will get better when we have money. But remember that this money, because of the situation in the country, the security is something we have to increase. The whatever everything we have to. I'm telling you, that's why they will tell us that the money goes into. And don't forget that this money, some people are there in charge. It is what they declare that they declare. I just don't want to remember the era of snake and monkey swallowing money. I don't want to remember that era again. But the fact remains that the inflation, we are just trying to be mindful of what we say. It should have even been called hyperinflation, not just ordinary inflation now. Because see now, look at the petrol something, CNG. We had the notion, the hope that once we have individual or private refinery working, Dangote has been working now. The thing will just come down one step and go up 3-4 steps again. What are we doing? What is happening?
Well, you mentioned Dangote, and that will lead me to the next story on the front page of a Punch newspaper. It's a minor story on the masthead. Dangote now supplies 92% of petrol as federal government pauses importation. Government is not issuing import licenses for petrol again because Dangote is supplying 92% of the requirement in the country. But Dangote now, as at this morning, Dangote has slashed the price of a petrol by 100 naira.
From what to what?
From the gantry. From the gantry. So we don't know what that will amount to when you get to the fuel station.
We have come to the era of monopoly in petroleum supply. That is what it means. Because the beauty of this will have been that if there are other refineries, you know, when he first started, he was battling all those NNPC, even though we know they are not producing anything. They are importing something, but they still have a competition. Now, if it's now supplying 92% of every other thing, it's monopoly. It's monopoly. So there is nothing we want to do about it. This thing, if the price of those things is going up outside Nigeria, then will be because we are importing crude to them. We should be earning more money. And this one is now processing from within. What is now costing the rise in cost almost all the time? Abi, is he also importing petrol? I don't know. If it is the petroleum we have here in Nigeria that he is processing, why is the process, the locally processed something is now getting higher in cost?
Yeah, because the crude that he uses to process is sold to him in the international market rate. So he's not earning it in naira.
All these economic terms you people are using, they are just dabbering our head. Because what we sell in Nigeria, we buy it in Nigeria here, and we pay in dollar. We pay in pounds. What sense is in that? That
is international market politics.
So if whatever I'm buying here must, even where I am living under the euro, I should not be able to eat the euro.
Are you an economist now?
Well, we are all economists because we are managing the economy. All of us, we are managing the economy.
That is the program this afternoon.
Honestly.
Don't mind me, Sabiala. You need to go and study international marketing course.
No,
then
after I have enough money.
Then you know what I'm talking
After
about.
I have enough money. Is it with this naira and cover that is not
Let me thank you sincerely for finding time to be here. Despite your busy schedule.
Thank you, sir.
I appreciate you.
In fact, this little time give me some little relaxation time.
Okay, that's the program this afternoon. We'll be back with another fresh edition tomorrow. God willing. Stay blessed.